Morning, everyone. Happy New Day. Thank you very much for attending today's Sunday service. And also, we're going to have a book signing event at 10 o'clock. We have some time. So I thought, I can ask Kawahatsu Sensei to give a sermon today. I don't need to think about sermon. I don't need to worry about sermon. So I asked him, but I realized that he have a lot to speak after our Sunday service and the book signing event. Okay, so instead of giving sermon, I'd like to ask something to Kawahatsu Sensei as a senior sensei. I don't like to. He's actually my mother's classmate at the seminary, Koto seminary. So, So I heard yesterday you arrived.
Yes, yesterday early morning, 2 a.m. Friday we supposed to be, we went to airport early morning, 5:30, and the airplane problem. And wait 30 minutes, and wait 30 minutes, and then another 30 minutes, and then say 3 hours, okay, 3 hours. And everybody get away to the airplane. So wait outside. And then we wait 15 hours at the airport. But some people go grumble and upset, or change the flight, all that. Yeah, maybe we maybe go back, come to Hawaii. Sorry to Hawaii people, but we can't make it maybe. Wait, patiently wait till 9:30, and then finally, came to Hawaii, 2 a.m. And then so I made it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, what a blessing for us if you were able to come to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But how you overcome the problem? You don't know how many hours you have to wait. You eventually 15 hours. Probably we get mad, yeah? How do you handle it?
Yeah, since I always encourage everybody to say thank you, no matter what. Arigato. No matter what. That's what my book talk about. So I cannot grumble. This time, good chance to arigato. Arigato and smile. Laugh. I have not time to laugh. 15 hours laugh, arigato. Talk to wife, the 15 hours talk too much with each other. That helped us.
Alice, how you feel when?
Well, we were sitting in that airplane and I get kind of claustrophobic. So, I was sitting there and I was just, kind of chanting to myself. And then afterwards, when they finally said, get off the plane, then some people, they couldn't handle it and they started to kind of fight with other passengers. And I was worried that someone was going to get really violent. You hear those things in the, on the news. So I'm praying, Kami-sama, please just help have everybody stay calm, as we're deboarding. So we get off, and then they said, well, don't worry about food. We have vouchers. So here's some vouchers for lunch. So I said, okay, good. But that morning we packed a bento. Something told me, let's pack some food. So we had some chicken and some tamago that Sensei made. And so I said, thank you, Kami-sama, for allowing, giving the message to pack some food, because we thought, maybe sometimes you get delayed, but we didn't expect it to be overnight. I mean, we didn't expect it to be 20 hours. It was like 20 hours. But they gave us food vouchers, and then so we, ate our food, and then we also ate the food at the airport. And then they said, come back at 9:35 p.m. So I said, Sensei, should we go back home or what? And he said, no, let's just stay here, you know. We have someone watching our pets, so don't worry. So we stayed and we met some wonderful people along the way. We all felt kind of like we are one, you know, we're gonna stay together, we're gonna wait it out. And so, you know, he kept saying to them, you know, we have to appreciate, we have a roof over our head, they gave us food, you know, we're safe here. And then we had our exercise walking around the airport too. And then Sensei looked at me and he said, you know, we're always so busy, we never have time to talk. Sometimes not even look at each other. So we had a good conversation. Yeah, so, you know, for us that was like we called it airport staycation, right? It was good. But at the end, when we finally got to the boarding gate for the 9:35, a lot of less people. So, you know, when we were going on when we showed our ticket, they said, well, for all your trouble, we are going to give you $800 for credit for another trip. And this trip that we took was free also because we have frequent flyer, and also he has a Hawaiian airline credit card, so it was free. So Kami-sama really arranged everything. So thank you for that.
Is that Hawaiian airline?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, at first we got a free ticket. No wonder happened this problem. But divine favor, this guys. We got a free ticket for next trip. Come to see you guys again. Wow, you know, this is the divine favor arrangement.
I like to see how they are able to find blessing in difficulties. Yeah, they say they have really good time to talk to each other. I never thought like, oh, just, you know, if they mad at each other, yeah, because it's going to be very bad experience. But now they're laughing, they're talking like it's a blessing. I think that's very important for us. We can apply to any situation, we can find a blessing, and we can tell later on, oh, that was a blessing. It's not just a typical problem, but we can say that's a blessing. Yeah,
Like,
great. Thank you. I'm glad I don't want to say glad, but delayed. Yeah? And we can hear that story from him. And also they got a free ticket and they hand out credit.
Kami-sama arrangement amazing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But also I'd like to ask you, what is your favorite teaching of Konkokyo? I would like to ask you.
Of course, Konko main teaching, divine reminder, Ikigami Konko Daijin Kaino Kami Shinnegai Okagewa Koro ni ari, Kongetsu Konnichi de Tanome. Divine favor comes from your harmonious, joyful heart. That's to me main first. I went to Konko Seminary School when I was 20 years old, and I don't know, although I grew up at church, but I don't know much about Konko faith, almost none. So of course every day go school, before go school, parents say, pray Kami-sama, come home, pray Kami-sama, but I don't know, just pretend. So don't understand, and so I went to Konko Seminary School to learn from scratch. And I got sick, and maybe later talk about that in more detail, but at the seminary, instead of training with the other classmates, I stay in a room 6 months. You know, I went through martial art training, judo training, I got black belt, and I went to self-defense called Jietai, self-defense naval academy school, and training, survival training, accomplished so much physical strength. But at the seminary school, 6 months in a bed, that's a tough training, most tough training. But to me, that's the best training. I think before I kind of stuck up. I'm tough, I'm strong, I can do anything whatever I want. Kind of attitude I had. But Kami-sama knocked me down. So, and then how I pray Kami-sama, but never get well. And why? Why don't get well? I pray Kami-sama. And finally went to Konko's founder's cemetery at midnight and meditate in front of Konko founder's grave. And Konko founder, you're talking about Kami. But I don't know, is it really existing? God or Kami existing? Are you sure? If so, can you show me in front of my eye? And I'm not gonna move here till you show me. Kind of tough question to come show in front of my eye. And then I meditate 3 hours on the 7th winter season, it's January, cold seasons, and meditate and 3 hours. Of course, at first the pain, my leg, and cold, but eventually I don't feel cold, I don't feel pain, total concentrate, and I got vision in front of my eye, and that person praying, put hands together praying so wholeheartedly, unconditionally praying. I felt that person pray for me. Wow, someone care me that much, who care me that? And then feel like that person is my parents. My parents, I don't get along much with especially my mother, a strict lady, so I don't get along, but mother care about me also, and realize. And I'm sorry, And then that unconditional love comes from grandparents. That comes from great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, all the way, first life on the earth. My life started not 20 years ago. My life still started millions, billion years ago. First life on the earth. I find out recently when I write a book in Japanese, 3.8 billion years ago. That's my birthday. Everybody's birthday. 3.8 billion years. Continuously unconditional love. God, Kami-sama, gave at first life on the earth unconditional love, and that continue hand down throughout million generations and come to me. And I was burst out to cry. I never realized this. I ignore all this Kami-sama's unconditional love. And then I feel sorry, cry so much, apologize. And I rest on I felt all to Kami-sama if money-wise, billion dollar, even $1 billion cannot pay back. So I'm going to rest of my life, put all my effort to pay back to Kami-sama. I still paying back. Not pay, not much yet. Through my practice phase, or help people, I try to pay back to Kami-sama. So that I promised Kami-sama. And so after that, still I'm sick. So I worry after die what happened. After die, and that's cannot answer. I don't get answer. I found my roots, my foundation, but now future. What happened after die? Where I'm going? They call heaven or hell, utopia or no life after die. That's it. All kind of idea, but what really happened? I don't know. So I went to Konko. Post Konko-sama was head minister that time. I meet Post Konko-sama, and I don't say about after die what's happening. Just I'm sick. I'm kind of worried. And Konko-sama told me something different. Konko-sama told me people who go far distance, just nearby, one. taught sail. And part of that, for distance, go to America, from Japan to come to America or Europe, and that's far distance. You just go nearby shopping or to see friends. It's a big difference. But that moment I realized I suffered so much in my life. Always compare to, far, near, tall or short, rich or poor, pretty or ugly. You know, always we suffer because compare each other. And especially we compare life is good, death is terrible. Compare life and death. That's we suffer. And also great universe. I am a nothing compared great universe. I am a kind of a single drop rain, drop down, a single drop rain. I'm same as single drop rain, drop on the ground, disappear. That's I am. But a single drop rain just throw into the ocean. What happened? What happened? Single drop rain become ocean, is it? Oneness. So you throw yourself to the universe, you are universe. So I felt I joined universe and myself. And sorry, talk too long. So I am universe. Universe is me. So that feeling, total peace. Oh, universe, eternal. I am eternal. So, so that I felt kind of enlightened. So through total mediation, you throw your ego, let go your ego, and throw yourself to Kami-sama. Yeah, you become you are. You have essence of same universe. We call ourselves miniature universe. So we are all oneness. So that I got through total mediation. And so I found the foundation and the future. I felt so great, so great. I can die anytime. So I felt that peace. But still sick. So how I can get well? And then I met Tenchi Kakitsuke Divine. Always mention every day. Pray sincerely, harmony, joyful heart. All every day saying, but I'm over inside still worry, maybe upset, all kind of negative. I have negative, lot of negativeness. So how I can get harmonious, joyful heart. Then, maybe 6 months I never say arigato, never say thank you. I should say thank you, arigato anyway. I also not feel really good situation, sick, but I say anyway, arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu. Joyful, how I can get joyful heart? Maybe start, I never laugh. 6 months I never laugh and never laugh. Okay, I laugh and smile and, try and laugh. So I go in the bathroom, if room I laugh, everything got crazy. So, so I make sure in the bathroom nobody around, and after go to the back of the cemetery, to the bush, tree there. So for the tree, down to the tree. Amazing. 2 weeks after, I did a couple things. Laughter, smile, arigato, and then pray for not myself. I forgot myself. Pray for other people instead. Pray myself. Before, just pray for myself. Pray for other people. Maybe more people out there, more problem than me. More tough than me. So I pray for other people. And also, I go out, all the weak body go outside, start cleaning up a street, clean up a park, clean up a public toilet. And then as I doing that, I forget I was sick. And then 2 weeks after, I got normal. And so that's teaching, main teaching. It's great, it's really true. Divine people come from your heart and joyful. It's true. So but we know it, we don't practice it. That's a problem. You have to practice it with it. You know, especially when you face the tough situation. And after that, you know, a different type of a tough situation, I kind of forgot about that. So, but I got the basic understanding at the seminary school. So always remember that and try to practice. So that's the book comes from that. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I wanted to ask him about the memory with Konko-sama. At the time, fourth Konko-sama, fifth Konko-sama, sixth Konko-sama, but he already mentioned that the memory with storytelling mediation with fourth Konko-sama. How do you know? I wanted to ask you about that. The answers. Also, compare somebody else, you know, make us depressed or not. You know, reason why I don't go downstairs because I'm sure he's tall. I'm stay here. But I shouldn't compare, right? So
yeah, all the everything Kami-sama's front. All the body. You have to see not outside. You have to see body. Everyone has body, great body. Any situation has body, great body. So you have to see that.
it doesn't practice. You have to try to see blessing. So that's we need to practice, put it to the practice every day.
That's right. Easy to forget, easy to forget. You have to always come to church, to do that policy mediation, to remind yourself all the time. I got not training, but still everyday challenge. Everyday challenge, to maintain how much to rise up.
Thank you. When I got sick, like cold, I can realize how important, I forget to say thank you for healthy body. I got fever or coughing or throat. Or I forgot to say thank you to Kami-sama. Every day a blessing. I'm pretty healthy. I enjoy everyday life. But you need to forget, that's right. So we have to maybe come to church like having problem or illness, you can remind that, I can come here, I have a time to come here, I can pray, thank you to Christ, and thank you to people around us, and many people supporting me, thank you very much. That's a good opportunity for us to come to church, to realize everyday blessings. So we talk about Konko crest, and there's a wonderful blessing, and then one, we give thanks for coming blessing, mysterious, wonders, and mundane. And we talk about why mundane. And mundane is supposed to be no good word. I look up in the dictionary and like a dull or how come it's supposed to be like a mysterious wonders we understand? Well, how come mundane? Well, we discussed, I heard asked many things too, and they said because Kami-sama giving us daily blessings, we never realize, maybe we ignore, so we don't want that. So that's why intentionally use this word. So I'm glad that we discussed about this. We need to forget it.
We think we are strong. not easy to go negative side. Easy to go negative side. You have to back to positive side all the time. You have to remind yourself all the time. But you cannot do yourself. You need a lot of help. Come to talk to you, come to church, a lot of minister or mentor, a lot of help. Yeah. So you think you can do it by yourself. I cannot do myself at all. So all the time, pray come someone ask help me to do it.
Another question I wanted to ask him is that how to overcome when you get problems, hardships. For example, if you get car accident or your family get car accident, your problems, how you handle that, how you overcome that problem. What this is, you can say thank you, or so that's I want to ask you, but you kind of answer that it's not easy for us to by ourselves, but we need support. Kami-sama, Mitama-sama, people around us, and I think that's very to see that support, love.
Yeah, maybe later I talk about, but maybe character of arigato or ari means to have. Gato is difficult. Thank you means thank you for difficult. Thank you for challenge. Usually, thank you, arigato means thank you for good things. Always smooth. But the character itself, thank you for tough challenge. Life is a challenge, not always good. Maybe half is maybe good things in your life, half life very challenge. So if you can thank you for good things and also thank you for challenge your whole life. This we are here already. I believe the heaven. Some people looking for heaven after die. Heaven someplace else. I don't think we have heaven here right now. This on earth comes from our sent to here heaven. We are living in the heaven, but we cannot find it. We cannot see only your negative side. And problem time we suffer and not we cannot appreciate. So my thank you, arigato, 100 times a day is no matter what, say arigato. Yeah. So as you practice all the time, even small things every day, and then big things come to your life, and maybe still can thank you. So I started 20 years old, but after that, all kind of challenge. I lost my brother by accident. I lost my girlfriend by some kind of tragedy, and separate, divorce, lost wife, and all kind of challenge. But good things I practiced 20 years old, start arigato, no matter what happened, that helped me so much. Yeah. So I'm sure you can, I'm sure you've gone through in the past, and I'm sure going through in the future, challenge, not challenge, but no matter what happened, still arigato gozaimasu, thank you. Everyday practice. 100 is just beginning. Usually I thank you that I made a card here. I can give you later. 1000回ありがとう。Let us share this, and then 日々おめでとう。お世話になります。Let us share these friendly greetings and positive words of encouragement to others. Say ありがとうございます。Thank you very much, 1,000 times a day, not 100,000 times a day. And say おめでとうございます。Congratulations for happy and new day each day. Each day is a celebration. And say お世話になります。I appreciate all blessings of Mother Nature and countless people who take care of me. So these are three words, and I can share with you so you can practice with this message. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。So I'd like to conclude the Sunday service portion. So let's sing a Chinese light. Please rise if you're able to sing The links in the back of the prayer supplement or page 46. Oh, give us please.
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, sorrow within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light, flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads up high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when time's on and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, sweet arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light, flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads up high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads up high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please be seated and thank you, Gilbert. Now we should take a a break, 5 minutes break, almost 10 minutes, and we can set up, and then we can start the signing book event. Thank you.
So happy to be here. Yeah.
아, 이쪽은 이거 해야 되는데. Excuse me.
Okay, thank you. So, shall we start? So I give the microphone to Ken already, my over there. So, yes, start. Okay. じゃあお願いします。Everybody, stretch on. Everybody stretch. Stretch. My brother, right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And hug yourself. Hug a good boy. I'm a good boy. Right? Good boy. Breathe out. Check. Thank you, brain. Thank you, my brain. Thank you, brain. Thank you, ear. Thank you, thank you, smile face. Thank you, all about it. Okay. Punch. Since Happy New Day, Happy New Year. おめでとう。おめでとうございます。おめでとうございます。おめでとうございます。Konko Church Amagi in the Kyushu, when I meet each other in the morning, they say, おめでとうございます。He said, おはようございます。So start, you when I go home every morning, I say my wife in the morning, おめでとうございます。You say おめでとうございます。Every day celebration. おめでとうございます。Yeah. I pass the street, pass by people. I walk with my dog. My dog named Arigato-kun. He's better than me, you know. He tells when I come home, his whole body shakes. My wife don't do that. Don't do that. Wow, they are better than some other people. Eat the same food every day and so excited. Human every day you eat what you think. You crazy. I want to eat the tempura, I want to sukiyaki, I want the variety food. But the dog doesn't complain. Same food every day. You know, amazing. He's arigato, but I give him promotion. You are promoted. You are omedetou. So that's yeah. So celebrate every day, and then thank you, omedetou each other every day. Yeah, and then also with the smile is important. You know sometimes I easy to laugh and smile, but if you cannot smile, you chopstick or pen and it's not already you're smiling. So if you smile and face, brain say I'm happy, and the brain sends a good energy to the entire body. So make smile. And then brain
just make brain happy, make body happy. Yeah, so simple, very simple, okay? And so thank you coming, all the different people, Honolulu member and White Park member, and and she originally from White Park, but living in Santa California, and come to San Francisco Church. We celebrate 90th anniversary. She did the MC. So her father recently passed away last week at the service. So I went there yesterday, cemetery, and prayed rain and Totori-san, the cemetery, military cemetery. Yeah, so, and Mary here, she's my calligraphy student. So since the pandemic started, I start the service and calligraphy class by Zoom. So people from Hawaii, Japan, Middle East, East Coast of America, everybody join to my service. So more people join my service in calligraphy. Yeah, so that's thank you all the people come today, and and then so 4 years ago I came here, and I remember some of you 4 years ago here I did the Japanese book sign, Japanese book sign, 4 years ago. Yeah, and not too many. So then at that time I promised I translate in English. Yeah, and then took 4 years. Finally, almost I feel 4-year pregnancy. And finally, delivered the baby. I knew that. So it wasn't easy. Yeah, many people help. That Mr. Gay is so he's amazing. A couple of years ago, I met him in Japantown, and he's a Spanish American, but I find out he's a Konko Church, and I did the calligraphy at the workshop in Japantown, and he impressed by I think workshop. Then he came start come to Konko Church. So I find out he's a professional book writer. He's a famous book writer. So usually I ask John to edit my book, but this time I asked him to edit my book. So and then many people translate Stava Takashima. She translate Japanese English, and then my wife and Daddy and many people minister, Joanne Trosa, and many people help. So finally accomplished that. But this church member, Mrs. Nancy Yamanaka, kept telling me, Sensei, when you publish a book, when you finish, she pushed on me, kept pushing. And almost 6 months ago, 1 year ago, write me a letter every week. And last couple months, she included in an envelope that paper plane, what we call origami, paper plane through origami. And she's, what I mean? Why she sent me this? And I realized, wow, she prayed so hard for publishing this my book. As she making origami, she prayed for me. Wow, it was amazing. So good timing. I finally published before 90th year anniversary of the Konko Church of San Francisco. But she could not make it. She passed away before. What was she? October. She could not see that book. So, but I realized today afternoon she's going to have memorial service here. Hawaii. Oh, okay. She's the one looking forward to see my book. And I'm going to do today book sign, and after I can attend the service. That's the reason I'm here today. Yeah. I'm thankful her pressure. Thanks so much. Yeah. So at first I want to publish my book through the publisher company. I'm looking for publisher company, but hard to find it. In Japanese, through publisher company, my book published. So the bookstore or many areas you can buy it. But Japanese, I have to do self-publish. So I have to sell myself. So I started a book signing event in Japan, San Francisco area, and then and I came here. After this, I like to go different city, different states, or eventually I want to translate the Japanese to Chinese or Spanish or French or language, because arigato is a very powerful, most powerful positive word. I feel konko equal arigato. Arigato, as I mentioned earlier, ari means to have, got challenge, difficult. Konko religion, Konko faith, talking about no matter what happens, thank you, arigato. This is a Konko. So I feel share arigato to everybody, all the people in the world. That means same time share Konko faith too. So that's how I feel. So the other day we started. We are one group. We are one. I involved before on the church or Japanese community. Japanese American Religious Federation. I one time president of Japanese Religious Federation and church head minister, now head of, senior minister, and also head of the South San Francisco Konko Spiritual Center. But since pandemic, I involved more outside of the Japanese community. The African American community, Chinese community, or Filipino community all get together to do something, make better world, better community. So I started involved that, and my wife Alice also involved that, and then that the event we had at the Konko Church the other day, and then Reverend Norman Fong, he's a famous activist in San Francisco area. And I show my book. I show him, you want to buy this book? Okay. He no hesitate, just buy it. He's also Christian minister. He bought it right away. And the supervisor, Dean Preston, came same day, and then I show this book. And they said, what kind of book is it? And then Reverend Norman Fong told, this is a miracle of gratitude book. What? Okay, I buy it. Yeah, he bought it right away. So maybe I changed the title of the book, Miracle of Gratitude. So that's a book. And that's talking about during a pandemic. Since I got the last March, I got the coronavirus. So I stayed in my room about 1 week, stuck in my room. Since I have a lot of time, I made a cartoon book also. Cartoon book, Mr. Thank You, arigato. If you're interested in that, this is a cartoon book. Anybody have my book? Nobody? Oh, you got that? Oh, okay. Some of you. So I have about 10 books, if you're interested by this also today. The interesting book. Yeah. How I met, I don't like the dog. No, I like the dog, but I don't want to take care of dog because I have to walk and pay for food, and I don't want to do it. It's too expensive. And wife say, our son left New York, Syracuse University, in New York, and for college. And then others miss him so much. Replace for him, we should have a dog. So I guess 6 months, and then finally she brought the dog and home, I kicked him away, and then to back the dog, and then couple hours later, oh, this dog tail like this and so thank you. Oh, here's the name, Mr. Thank you, arigato. And I gave name, arigato. And I love him so much now. Because Ali walk one day, always walk, Alice myself walk together, and then one time Alice had a meeting and I walk myself. And he stopped and stared at something. What are you staring? $20 bill. So he earned no money. You know, he tell me, you know, I take care of myself. So that, and then he tell me also, you guys messed up all over. Smelling bad and cup and dish, all over mess. This belongs not just human. You guys clean up. Okay, わかりました。Then walk the dog and pick the cigarette butts and all the rubbish. And I have to take care of this Mother Earth. You know, we don't take care of Mother Earth, the future generation cannot survive. You know, I think Native Americans say, think about whatever you're doing right now. Think about this effect to 7 generations from now. Think about 7 generations after, our after that. You have to think whatever you do. Think about this effect to the, future generation. So we have to really think about. I wrote about that all in this book, so you can enjoy it. And that's I think, that's a little. So if I have a question. Yeah, because some people read already. Give me your comments.
Yeah. Anybody have questions? I have a microphone.
Who said the book is good, or bad, or terrible, or
If you can explain about the kanji character on the front page.
Front page, you know this? Kokoro, heart. Yeah, I want to put the, inside I got the, arigato character one. Inside of it. This is arigato character. Ari to have gato, difficult. Thank you for difficult. That's but I want to front, but that Mr. Soto, he don't like that. Yeah, this character, this heart, or just like a human heart. Yeah. So that's why I picked this. And then the book designer, professional book designer, make a book like this. And then maybe I can read the back of the book. Kami-sama, God praising single cell organism on the earth 3.8 billion years ago and gave birth to the life. With the absolute unconditional love, we should realize Kami-sama's infinite love. If we chanted the word thank you, arigato, and polish our heart with appreciation, each person would change, which in turn would change the world. Having a heart of gratitude as opposed to not having a heart of gratitude is a difference between being happy and not being happy. Reverend explained, as myself explained, the word arigato has 2 parts. In Japanese, ari means to have, and gato means difficult or hardship. All the things we have, we receive through difficulty. Because of the difficulty, we have the opportunity to grow from it with the heart of appreciation. First published in Japanese, this memory tells the story a man with true heart of appreciation and gratitude for the life around him. That's a back of the book. So I'm sure you can learn a lot about life through my good and bad or up and down experience, some family problem inside too. So enjoy to read that. Thank you. All right. Any question?
Any question?
Hello, Sensei.
Hi.
You wrote the Japanese book,
Yes.
very thick, very thick. I read already your book,
Oh.
but I wrote it your English book,
Oh.
so thin.
Jen.
So it doesn't any contents that is the same. Put in your English. Is some you deleted.
Yeah, I think that's translate completely. Say when translate from Japanese to English, 100%. But Mr. Soto, he take away some kind of try to organize. So I think main part of Japanese book here, but maybe some skip areas. So you can read it and then find out. So.
Sensei, I've known you for a long time, and you were the minister at our church, and so when I first looked at this book, I thought, oh, I wonder if there's anything new or different in the book that I didn't know about you. And so I started to read it, and I want to say that I learned some very interesting things about you that I didn't know. And for example, you talk about your old girlfriends, and I don't know, I guess you had Alice's permission to do that. And, some of those things.
She read all that. I got some, she skipped it, but I think so far she said okay.
Because my wife loves to brag about her old boyfriend. That doesn't make me feel any better. But anyway, I'm just saying that the book contains things in here that even though I know you, that even there are things to learn. And I want to also say that I like your photograph on the back of the book because to me it shows you as I don't know, a forward-looking minister who is prepared to meet challenges. You know, it's like the wind, like you're moving into the wind. The wind is blowing your headrest back.
Yeah. This picture from my article every month, my English article in the Japanese American newspaper in local area in San Francisco. Yeah, and this my picture in each article in the news put this picture. So and then Mr. Soto, oh, that's a good picture put on the book. Without even, thank you mention about that.
And so I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the book. I haven't completed it yet, especially your experiences after you left the White Bible Church. But I think the book can appeal to not only me, but to many people because you're so honest about your own problems and your own suffering, which I think many other people can identify with the kinds of difficulties that you have in your own life. Your relationship with parents, as an example, how Kami-sama helped you to reconcile after a period of rebellion with so many Americans and people, I think, have similar experiences. And of course, how you overcame overcoming these problems. So,
Thank you.
thank you. I will continue reading.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.
Since I read a book I read your Japanese book,
Yes.
but I just realized that you said that you're talking about Konkokyo no, all the lessons, teaching in the book, but you never use the terminology like Ikigami, Konko Daijin, Kami-sama. You never say that kind of word. So what's the reason why you don't put Ikigami, Konko Daijin, Kami-sama, Tenchi, Kane no Kami? How come you don't use the terminology of the Konkokyo?
Oh, this book design, I made another book called Single Job Range, designed for among the Konko members. But this designed for outside of Konko members, not only Konko members, but mainly outside. The outsider don't know about Konko faith. So it's related to the outside people, outside of Konko member understand Konko faith. So if I don't, that's the reason I don't want to use too much Konko terminology or word too much. Just kind of, general. Yeah, try to as much as possible general and reach the outside of other religion too, Buddhist. Some people read there's a Buddhist member read that. They all enjoy. Not too much Konko. So kind of general relates to all the people. Focus, this is arigato. Focus, thank you, gratitude. So not to, that's why God, I use a God or Kami or Tenchi, all that, I use a different name of Kami or God. So that really, thank you, mention that.
So every day I realized that, we should, Konkokyo is very good, but teach is very good. All over the words, teach Konkokyo, learn the Konkokyo. Then they just say they're going to be saved, Until then, we cannot say that Konkokyo is very good. So I think we have to really change. We have to really, I know I really love Konkokyo. I really fall in love all the teachings. But how do I teach the young people? It's very hard to teach. So we have to really change the whole things. The new way of the Konkokyo. I just really realized we need a new church, new things to teach the young people, to young people. So like my daughter's age, the young family. So that now the old, if you don't look at this, you can look at this one. Also the universe. How the young people can understand what's a simple way. So I just really change the whole system of Konkokyo.
So that's that's great. Thank you. But kind of my book for focus like that. But I cannot do too much change. So kind of in between. I want to keep original idea, Konko idea, and then reach to the outside young people. So that's try kind of bridge outside and Konko, to build up a bridge. So that's this book. As I say, we need more book to outside. There's a Bible or Buddhist, you go hotel, they have Bible, Buddhist, Bible and all that, or library and bookstore. And my Japanese book, in Japanese bookstore in Japan, one of the doctors sent me email, find the Konko book in bookstore. Never found the Konko bookstore Konko book in the bookstore. So no wonder Konko cannot spread. The bookstore or library or
hotel should have Konko book. So yeah, we still kind of in Japan, in the San Francisco area, since the pandemic started, I make every week I create the message to relate to the young people. So I make hard copy as I walk street and pass people, and I start conversation with them. Talk to them about how do you think this message? Oh, that's great. All kind of conversation. I sent a message by email, about 500, 600 message, and I make a message in Japanese and made the English, translate English. I sent my daughter Jenny here, Jenny change around and then copy it and give to people, share the people. Yeah. So that we need some effort to how can reach the outside, especially you say young people, how they can Konko. I'm great Konkokyo, great teaching, but we need the outside people, modern people to understand the Konko faith. We need a little bit more effort to share. We kind of too shy, I feel. We are too shy. We not share with others much. We like Buddha says, you eat nice manju, someone give you nice manju, you eat by yourself. You don't share with others. You eat yourself. You have to, oh, this is good manju, go out and share with others. Why don't you eat this manju? So the hope you can share more Konko faith out there. So you can, one way, you can buy this book, maybe 100 books, and then share with others. How do you do that? Some people don't do 100, but some people buy 5 books, and they share all the family as a gift, give as a gift. So you have to take action. Take action, not just talking, just saying, not thinking. Take action. Think, talk, take action. So thank you. Any question?
Thank you, Senator. I don't necessarily have a specific question, but I just, if I may be allowed, I'd like to assist in the answering of Reiko-san's question, and also directly tethered to the explanation that you just gave, Kawahatsu. Yeah. I recognize that your book, in particular, is your effort to impact people. And now that it's in English, it can potentially impact people here in America and abroad. But to answer Reiko's question more specifically, it's all about the culture. Young people today, they need to be impacted culturally. What is culture made of? Movies, music, theater, not just churches and temples. Today there's a dearth of spirituality, in specific, here in America. And so, he's doing what he can do with his book. Essentially, that particular book is a philosophy of gratitude. And that is part and parcel of the beauty of the Konkokyo teachings. But all of us, not just Reverend Kawahatsu, every one of us as individuals who recognize that there is a dearth of spirituality within the culture. Go inside yourself, pray to Kami-san, to Konko-san, what can I do as an individual to make an impact upon the culture?
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Now, as I say,
pandemic, everybody kind of chaos, but this is a great chance to share, idea, good chance. Yeah, Konko founder himself, when he was, tough situation, he could not do missionary work, government stopped him to do it. So he stay in room and write the page, divine reminder, and write down so many, and people, since he cannot talk to them, he gave to people who come to Konko founder, and he gave to everybody the page, divine reminder. After that, Konkokyo spread all over. After that, before it depends on Konko founder. Depends on Konko founder, and everybody hang on to Konko founder. But he cannot do it, so they realize we have to become independent. Independently share the Konko faith, family or friend, and then Konkokyo spread rapidly. Yeah. So you say individually, really take responsibility to do something. Ask someone, what can I do this? what can I? Everybody has quality, great quality. Everybody has, the other day I went to China, I took her birthday December, I took her to Chinese restaurant, and then I got the fortune. Say, share your great quality, humor with others. People need it. So, okay, I got permission from Kami-sama to share my humor and quality to everybody. So everybody has the same quality. Good chance to share with others. Yeah. And, yes. Any other question? Alex, say something?
Actually, we didn't introduce her. Yeah, she's a wife of Reverend Kawahatsu, Alice Kawahatsu and Jenny Scooter.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. Wow, look at both out here. I just wanted to say that when Sensei first wanted to do the book in English, I said, oh, this is going to be a challenge because, as many of you know, culturally, when you say a story in Japanese, you kind of go a roundabout way, right? You'll say the ending first, and then you'll go back to the beginning, and it kind of goes in a circle. And so, I said, well, how are you gonna do that so that it's gonna be understandable to American-speaking or English-speaking people? I'm born and raised in San Francisco. I'm half Japanese American and half Chinese American. So my concept was to share the stories, because that's what Konkokyo is to share your blessings with other people. And so it was a challenge, I have to say. When I first read the first draft in English, I was like, why, you're repeating it over and over again. It's not really a strong message there. Gary Soto, who is an accomplished author of many books, took it upon himself to read the drafts over and over again. I mean, he went through it like 12, 15 times. And he took out a lot of things. He called me up and he said, I don't want to cut a lot of things out because these messages and these stories are really important. But for American people to read these stories, it has to be very concise. So he took it upon himself to actually edit it for him. He hired an editor, one of his editors, and then after that, he edited some more. So by the time it came back to me, I was floored. I said, this is a really good book. It flows. It really shows the heart of Reverend Kawahatsu, and it's going to help a lot of people. And so when Sensei said, it's going to go into print, how many should we print? I said, I don't know, maybe 150. And he says, I want it to go out to people outside of Konkokyo, so not just the churches and the members. So then we looked at each other and we said 400. Let's try 400. And let's try to go, we went to Japan before, all these different places to talk about the Japanese book. But we're going to try to concentrate on the United States because we feel like there's a need for it. And there's enough churches in the United States that we can go visit. They can help us. I'm thankful to Koichi Sensei for opening up his church and inviting us to come. This is one of the first, I think the first ones besides San Francisco one that we're working on. But we're hoping that people will, be open to having Sensei come and talk. And, I support him 100%. I will go with him and help him with that. But I want to thank Koichi Sensei again for offering your church, inviting all these people. Thank you for coming. I know everybody has busy schedules, but thank you for coming and supporting his efforts. Arigato.
Thank you very much. Signing.
Oh, yeah. So, either just book $20, a check for cash, and or you can order. It's an order form here. You can order. If you need the bird and you can order with this, send me and share. And also this book. I sold about 1,000 outside of picture here, and very best sold. I have a 10 book. Okay, and I think I will start with the signing.
Okay, so thank you very much. Now, maybe you can talk to him directly, and maybe you can get the book, maybe Well, thank you very much again to come over here to join this event. Thank you very much.